In this problem, we're going to construct a truth table for the compound statement. When we're working with constructing a truth table, what we do is we start off with every combination for P, Q, and R, and then we build. So the first thing I want to work with is trying to get this in parentheses. And what I notice here is I need to get not Q. So first, in this first column, let's figure out what not Q is. So we're going to refer to our Q table, and basically if it says true, as in this one, it's now going to be false. And if it says false, as in this one, it's going to be true. So let's go ahead and fill those in. So it's just the opposite of what it currently is. Now let's move on to this compound statement right here. P and not Q. P and not Q is only true if P is true and not Q is true. So everywhere we have one of them true, one of them false, that's going to be a false statement. Okay, so right here in this column, we're going to refer to our P column and our not Q column. Here we have true and false, therefore this is false. True and false in our second column. True and true, this is the only situation where that compound statement is going to be true. In our next one we have true and true. That means it's going to be true. False and false. False and false. False and true. False and true. Okay, so again, this statement here is only true if both P is true and not Q is true. Now let's move on. And now we need to work on getting this entire statement. So the first thing we want to do is get not R. So in the next column, I'm going to say what not R is. So again, not R is going to be the opposite of this column here. So in this column we have true, our first row, so that makes this false. False makes it true. Remember, it's just the opposite. True becomes a false. False becomes true. True becomes false. False becomes true. True becomes false. And false becomes true. The last column is going to be everything put together. So again, since we're dealing with an and statement, it is only going to be true if that entire statement and that is true. So the column that we're going to refer to is going to be, we're going to refer to this column here, and we're also going to refer to this column. So the only time we're going to write true in our final column is if both of the columns that I just marked are true. Everywhere else it's going to be false. This is false, false, false. Aha, I have true and true. That means this is going to be true. False, 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 and false. And this is my final answer. And just in case you need a reference for where I got the rules, if you look on page 228 of your textbook, there's a table, a truth table for a conjunction. And you'll see that the only time the conjunction is true is whenever both P and Q are true.